Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here, and I'm reporting live here from the Red Zone. You might have heard it, we're amidst the second wave and coronavirus cases are surging, especially here in Austria and the neighbored Czech Republic, where things are going off the charts. But we're here to play some video games to ease our minds off of this for now. And we are going to have ourselves the continuation of the best of 5 series between two teams whose team names I finally got to know. This is gonna be the semifinals, as I have been instructed now, of the RATL Team League. Again, being played out on ridges. And in the bottom left, Team Lorem Ipsum. I really love that. Team placeholder text in any Word document ever. It is Mr. Orb and Mr. Anjew in their respective traditional house colors. And they are gonna be meeting up. Whoa. Triple dog opener from Orb this time around, one-upping himself. Anyway, they're gonna be meeting up with Team F is for Freeze in the shapes of Mr. Happy, who ain't happy, and Mr. Goat. Alright, enough of the stutter. We're gonna have ourselves a nice little dog matchup again. This time around, though, Orb can't find the flank. Nope. Gets denied, and there's lots of rifles incoming from Happy. Happy has shifted over into angry mode, I guess, here. Just going all-out assault. And I think the rifles from Anjew are so spread apart that he's actually gonna lose the engagement. Yeah. Blowing up the oil drums sky high. And the engineer probably also being tackled. Yeah, on account of him being suppressed. Man, the dog as well. This is a rout thus far. Super explosive early game, and everything is going in the way of Happy thus far. And Goat just content sitting back, preserving his engineer, wiping out the dog threat. Jeez, this guy has done more damage to dogs than Peter. Kappa. Yeah. 2 rank ups here indicate that he has disposed of all the dogs. And his engineer lives to fight another day, to backline cap at least. Alright, we're cooking in chat, quite literally. There's gonna be a flame APC prepared for Orb. He is Here's the problem, those players are up against known double ref builders. Like, known double ref players. I mean, Goat can switch it up, but Happy is probably always gonna go for his double ref on most maps that he knows. And it's just his comfort zone. So, I would never not assume that Happy is going for a double ref. So that's why, if you're rallying your troops into the middle, expect to lose against a double ref build. Unless you're getting a super early vehicle out and you've got special tactics prepared. And also, both Orb and Anjew, conversely, are very, very passive early game players. They are both content riding it out on a War Factory rush without field defenses being prepared, without building too many units. There's gonna be a rocket soldier out trying to deal with it. This is, by the way, the worst thing you can do. The trickle-on effect. Oh! Mismarked it as well. Oh no, Anjew. Alright, there's gonna be a lot of pressure coming their way. Yeah, that's kind of the problem here. Oh, Grenadier drop. Okay, okay. So, they're playing super aggressive with their light vehicles, Goat and Happy, because they... Ooh, Tesla Quick, wow. What a commitment. That's 1200 sunk into an early field defense. That is probably not even worth the cost of admission. Yeah. Goat is saying like that they drew the first Tesla Quill out of them, and that's gonna just delay the further build so much. So, yeah, I'm liking Happy's and Goat's position thus far. The scoreline, by the way, was, where we last picked off, it was 1-1. No, wait, was it 2-0? I'll have to check after this game. Not entirely certain anymore, because that was, for me, that was almost 2 weeks ago. And there is an early no, that's just an MCB rush, okay. I thought it was an MCB move out, but the timing is quite normal, quite standard. Ooh, that's gonna be a juicy target here. Lots of rocket soldiers that are gonna be able to be picked away on account of the flag track. And the APC also has something important to say about that right now. This could be really... not so good anymore. Rockets are in the backline as well, but crucially the APC survives. That was well played by Orb. He lost the flag track, yes, but he gained some momentum there. Killed a lot of infantry units, destroyed an oil derrick. However, he's gonna have to fortify real quick now. There's gonna be a sizable army coming in. And honestly, does he have a Tesla prepared? He does not have, in fact, a Tesla prepared. It is a flame tower. So the heavy armor advantage is, for now, times on the side of Goat here. Who's going to be able to inflict some damage, but overcommitting into the field defenses. Okay. Okay, gets pushed back. This is going to be a tug of war over this little speck of terrain, this little speck of nothing here. Okay, I think he could have committed for the flame tower. Losses wouldn't have been too big. Now it gets to Soviet versus Soviet mirrors. It gets to whoever builds the first Tesla coil wins there, because it just gives you so much zone denial and area control. Ooh, Orb is positioning aggressively, wants to go the southern side with his defenses. Needs to deploy though. And he doesn't have build radius currently. On the top left. Oh my goodness. Happy completely blindsiding Anjew there. Double racks already out. Turret is gonna be spawning up as well. Oh, it is looking bad for Anjew and Orb. They were completely blindsided by this, and they're gonna throw everything into this meat grinder now. More pillboxes from Happy. Yeah, they didn't play the split too well. Anjew got caught off guard there. The Harvester is only gonna tank for so long. That thing is made from steel, but it ain't made from titanium. Let's put it that way. And Orb is Goat is going to town here on Orb's forces as well. So it's looking increasingly like a GG is about to be called. Yep, that's exactly what's happening here. Very short and sweet game. And I think we're gonna momentarily hop on over into game number 4. So I guess this series is gonna go the full distance. And that was honestly just being overzealous on the eco. Just overspending in the early game without actually getting an army out on the field against two people who are known to play aggressively. Happy and Goat. Yep. Alright, that's it. On to game 4.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Okay, believe it or not, I did indeed do some research onto my own video, and it turns out there was indeed a 2-0 lead for Team Lorem Ipsum in cast number 1. So therefore, this is going to be the 2-1 and a chance at an equalizer, but they have to work for it. Definitely they have to put the legwork in. And this is going to be game number 4 of Happy and Goat as Team F is for Freeze. Respect for Freeze. Versus Team Lorem Ipsum in the form of Anjew and Orb, who has switched up his colors. Wait. Huh. I just had to double check to make sure it's him, because that looks like Puncho's color. Traditional Puncho color. Going super greedy again, I guess. That's just Refiner into War Factory. Oh. Oh, yeah. That is a rack skip, even. That is super greedy from Orb again. They went greedy for 3 games in a row, got away with it in 2. Game 3 they got punished hard. Just didn't have the mass out. There's already a stream of rifles coming their way. As well as some Grenadiers from Goat. So nice synergy, nice teamwork. I mean, Grenadiers plus medics, can you imagine? Them dying faster due to the friendly fire, and then the medics also dying because they're quite expensive. Yeah, that sounds like a good combination. Alright, there's a wall off, but it's wire fence. There are ways around wire fence. Also, you can't protect your ore lines with that, otherwise your harvester gets stuck. You can do it, but you're gonna wall off your own harvester and relegate yourself to long distance mining. Oh my goodness. They're going for the 1-2 punch. There is only one field defense out, and it's a wire fence. That is terrible news. Uh-oh. Alright, in the same vein, the scout here got killed, and that is already problematic. Oh my goodness. Happy is now free to camp the barracks, while Goat can micro the ever-living hell out of those Grenadiers and get all the value he ever needs. This is devastating. Woo! Orb built, unbeknownst to the other team, Orb built double power plants. So he is gonna be okay, and Angie's power came back online just in time as well. So not as bad as it could have been. Just 3 different shades of terrible. However, this has allowed both the engineers to go to town, literally go to town, and capture the entire town for themselves on the map Teufelsberg. Alright, who made that map? Unfortunately, there's no way of checking. Alright, nice little chase given by the flak truck. Shaving off some rifles from Happy. Not the most efficient use of its time. It's like 52 pickup. Because the rifles actually are quite resilient to the flak cannon. Ooh. Engineers are not. No way, don't tell me this guy's getting away. bit too close for comfort, microing it back. Now, yeah, that's exactly how you want to use it. Okay, this has forced a light tank response out of Happy. So, the moments that this flak track was the kingmaker on the field for are over. Those things have both the same speed, and unless he loses sight of that thing with the turret tracking... He could have stayed and killed one of the rocket soldiers, would have evened out the trade, because he got some riflemen shaved off at the rear end of this, at the front end. So 5 harvesters for both, and the opposition is only up to their 4th harvester. So that's the big perk that comes with this. You just get your eco scaling out faster. You can, if you wish and desire. Ooh, the APC though, what a timing window. Just an empty APC causing havoc. Wreaking absolute havoc here in the base. Scatter command is being issued very liberally by Anjew, but that doesn't change the fact that he has just lost a lot of mass out of his infantry club. Oh no. And there is another push onto probably the service depot. No rockets here, so the light tank can absolutely go ham. Ooh, I think he's... Okay, Orb is pulling the goalies. That's good. Overcommitment. Overcommitment here from Happy. The MCV bravely tanking the fire here. Misrallied Ortrak from Happy. I'm not sure you want to be here, buddy. Just out of line of sight of the Tesla coil, though. I think he's... Oh no, Orb sold the Tesla coil. At the worst possible time. Ah, he was just blocking the Ortrak with that. Just blocking the ref placement with that. I mean, it's not an efficient use of an Ortrak, but if it's already out on the field, they already have mismicroed the Ortrak to be this far up front. Might as well make good use of it, right? It's not going to be in the harvesting department. It's not going to be doing its job for any time soon anyway. And yet again, this time around though, I think the combat is slightly favored. Yeah, Orb has done a good job staving off any incursions. So, for now, still even. But double armies, and Anjew tends to play very solitarily. For this being a team game, he's someone who likes his solitary push style. Has worked for him especially in Game 2, but Game 3 and 4 are increasingly looking like they're different beasts here. This base has now been scouted. Force fire from the Flame Tower coming out as well. Ooh, what a shot from the Flame Tower. The medium going in, crushing a lot of infantry there. Okay, that's gonna force Orb back. Wow. That one medium did a number. Uh-oh, is this gonna be the legendary snowball effect again? That one medium just doing all the heavy lifting, so the infantry armies can advance, but big army out for Anjew. I think he needs to wait for the heavy tank to be up front, though. If he doesn't, then he might stand to lose all his entire army to 2 pillboxes again. We've all been there. Anjew has been there especially frequently recently. Just calls them as I sees them. Again, no or inadequate defenses. The defensive lines are very flimsy. Both Orb and Anjew are very, very broke, so I think this is going to be a super quick tiebreaker. Like, going into tiebreaker in no time flat. Going from 2-0, that they fought really hard for, into tiebreaker territory in a span of just 10 minutes, what it feels like. Those tanks getting so much crush value. Jeez Louise. Man, those heavy tanks from GOAT. How many times has he gotten those crushes? And he also gets away with murder. Huh? Still alive? No. Gets killed off now. Orb just a husk army left. Man, on the right-hand side as well. That was a misrally Ortrak. Very misrallied, in fact. And both armies now merging and converging. Good old merge and converge move. Orb has nowhere to go. Calling it. Calling the shot to leave the game in just a brief little moment, I guess. Ooh, this has been a stolen MCV for Happy as well, so... Not double tech, no. He is... No, wait, double tech for him. He's Ukraine. I mean, Orb is Ukraine. Happy is Germans. So he's reverse engineering here. Very solid. Doing what the United States did after World War II. Some good old reverse engineering right there. And bribing the best minds, or the most scientifically advanced minds, I guess. Anyway, that's been really brutal. There's gonna be the equalizer, there's gonna be a tiebreaker in the makings. This is gonna be Game 5, we're going into overtime. Brace yourselves, buckle up, and see you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Are you ready to go ballistic? I sure as hell am. This is gonna be game number 5 of a really amazing semi-final series between Team Lorem Ipsum spawning in the right-hand side with Anjew and Orb on board, facing off against Goat and Happy. I'm raxing here. This is my rack spot. Get off my racks! This is the map with a weird Ashland tile set again. That's pitiless. I'm not sure if that's an entirely new tile set or if that is just a weather overlay. But it looks to me... Wait, there are crates in the water? There are crates in the water indeed. This is enough space to build... This is not even a trap, this is enough space to build a... submarine pen or a naval yard, right? 3x3 should work. But yeah, probably just a $500 cash crate or something. Wait, that's an imbalanced map, right? Or is it? Is that also 3x3? Yeah, maybe. But enough with the details. Let's dive right into the meat of the game. Double ref build for both top players. Goat and Happy. I mean, top in the overlay here. And I'm color me intrigued because we're seeing a double war factory rush for both Orb and Anjew. At that point, they honestly should have switched up the strategies a little bit, but okay. Ooh, that was so close to being a really good flank with that one rifle. One lonesome rifle, just getting suppressed in time to not find the engineer. But really good gamer sense from Orb. Anyway, they need to do some seriously heavy lifting and upscaling if they want to prevail against this, because there is lots of infantry out. The map is crawling and swarming right now with Goats and Happy scouts. And it's upon Anjew to do something about it, and upon Orb. Are both going for a light vehicle? Yep. That's an APC and 2 light tanks. Let's see. Let's see what's coming out of the war factories there. Nah, okay. Would have been surprised. I mean, if there's one problem with their strategy right now is that they've become 100% predictable and readable. This is just what they have done every single game so far. Look. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, but this was never working to begin with. It worked in the first 2 games. Uh-oh. Oh, the engineer. Really? Really? We're doing this. Gets a revenge kill here on the rifle, but look. All the oil's in the possession of... Ooh, no crushes found here. That is terrible news. The APC of Anjew has to give way. Needs to wait for the service depot to refuel, restock, patch up. Patch up those couple... yeah, those couple paint jobs need to be done here. There's a couple scratches. Just but a flesh wound. Yeah, not a good game plan thus far. Honestly, strikes me as a bit too repetitive and too one-dimensional. My goodness. Do they have an answer right now? No, because they haven't prepared any field defenses yet again. I'm starting to sense a pattern here. To be fair, it is worth it if your opponent lets you get away with it, but Happy and Goat are just not letting go here, is the problem. That's one dead ore truck for the low price of 3. And this flame tower can get bursted easily if he focus fires. He's always committing to the harvester. Gets a harvester here as well. Sure, the infantry gets cleaned up, but that honestly isn't a big deal. The big deal is slowing down the eco-ramping. That was the one thing that was going into, that was playing into their hands. That was playing into Anjew and Orb's game plan. Just scale up hard enough. Oh, the ore refinery is also blocked. So that's 4 harvester economy. That's not where you're going to be sitting if you've planned on a war factory rush, because that's the same thing that Goat and Happy are fielding right now. So they've got the same eco, except they also have an army. That is not going to be good news. And this is going to come into play as soon as the first real engagements usually tend to start to happen when MCVs... Oh my, I'm using so many copula verbs here. When MCVs start moving out on the field, you usually take your first army and move it with your MCV so you don't get any surprises. Ooh, got revealed here. The APC. And you usually just want to brute force it. Brute force an aggressive MCV position so you can then expand backwards. And The thing is, if you are lacking 15 rifles or something over your opponent, if you're missing those 15 rifles, then it's gonna be a bad time. And that's a timeline that not even Professor Einstein here can fix. Whoa, is that just his home turf? Yo, buddy, how's it doing? Yeah? Okay. Excellent, excellent. How interesting. I don't know the exact quotes in this map, but... Oh, they're not noticing it. They're not noticing it. The aggressive backline capture. I think that... Yeah. The entire oil economy is now Happy based. Happy and Goat based. They've got a monopoly on oil. This is gonna be tough luck for any army trying to field proper fuel units. If you played Company of Heroes. That's not how it works here, but hey. Just as a reference. Yeah. Good luck with that MCV, buddy. You're gonna be hard pressed to deploy that one. Ooh, nasty. Taking a chunk here. The light tank can actually go in. Can he dive deep enough? Oh, the Tesla coil just in time. Okay. But still, that forces a defensive Tesla coil. I think this expansion might be toast. Yeah. This expansion is straight up toast. Oh my goodness. Things are going from bad to worse. Anjew and Happy. Anjew and Orb looking worse for wear. 6 harvesters, no expansion on this side. Orb has managed to muster a decent army, but does it stack up against Goat's army here? Because Goat has really not been contributing to those, and it didn't have to. He honestly has just been massing up himself. Orb is moving out at a very precarious time. He is gonna be met with a surprise push anytime in the near future. I don't think we're gonna see late game again. This is the crux of team games. Like, tech rushes can happen, and they can be so effective, but at the same rate. You need to live long enough to see this come into fruition, and there's been a raid attack from Orb. But there is one helipad out. He's got 1 artillery. This is looking so brutal. I don't think there's a coming back from this. I don't think there's any chance of coming back here. Artillery shots need to be solid gold. Heavy tank is already being split off, being sent towards the artillery, disposing of it quite swiftly. MCV lives, but the refinery dies, and Vey Victis, Vey Victis. Not looking good here. Meanwhile, Happy knocking at the front door because Anjew was busy rotating his whole army, helping out Orb. And I'm calling game here. I don't see a way back. I honestly am not seeing a way back here. Also, nice little flank being prepared as well. He is someone who plays the 1-2 so well. Happy, probably one of the best 1-2 players, like one of the best flanking players in the game. Someone who doesn't concern himself with too much micro unit preservation. It's just about the strategic positioning of units on the battlefield. Orb here on the other side tried an assault that failed horrendously. That was his entire army's worth. And he is now going to struggle to defend against even this infantry push. But what does it matter when there's a 1-2 punch and a flankaroni? Flankaroni deluxe with extra cheese from Happy. Yeah, that was just very, very solid, really well played from Happy and Goat. Orb and Anjew erring a bit too much on the conservative side in terms of build order. Yeah, I'm honestly GG. That was a great series with a slightly underwhelming finale because, yeah, the real big ticket here was never switching it up. Orb and Anjew should have thrown a curveball at least once. That's a best of 5. You've got leeway and wiggle room to fit at least one curveball in. You know, go for a tech rush every now and so often. Go for Radar Dome rush. Go even for like Ukraine nuke truck rush. Just something to throw your opponent off guard. But the way they've played 5 games in a row, it just made it super easy for Happy and Goat to read them. And it just played straight into the game plan of Happy and Goat. Go out early, double refinery aggression, find kills, find map control, and take the game from there. And that allows you to get your units into position aggressively, as opposed to your opponent who is going to be defending. And that was exactly what we saw the entire game. Waves of steel, waves of human meat shields as well, crashing into the base of Orb and Anjew, taking down the economy slowly and surely. At the end of the day, that was a one-sided affair. Could have definitely, like, the skill levels are very high here. So I'm not saying that Anjew and Orb played it badly, I just think they should have switched it up. Yeah, that concludes it. that is gonna leave us with a final series, and I'm gonna see whether I can find the second semifinals as well. And if not, they're gonna jump straight into the finals. I actually don't know who the other final contestants are, so I'm super stoked to see that, because judging from the names and calibers here in the semifinals, I thought this was the finals, and I was instructed that that was correct until I found out otherwise. So yeah, thank you for watching. There's gonna be more OpenRA content to come. Also, quick little interrogation slash maybe even poll. Do you guys and girls want to see some Shattered Paradise to switch it up for 1 or 2 casts? In the past, there have been very mixed reactions to that, because Shattered Paradise is a bit different. It's a third-party mod, but it just got a new patch. Nolt, the creator, has been absolutely just busting out update after update, and there have been so many cool additions from what I've seen. I think like proper projectile fire, proper like vehicle tracks, things like that. So many things got added to it, and also lots of balance changes. So I'm really stoked to cast this again if you guys and girls want to, which I would be happy to cast a couple matches. Also Ganon, I think, is gonna have some replays prepared as well. So yeah, just let me know. And also some more Romanov's Vengeance as well, because that also has received lots of updates. Until then, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.